So I apologize in advance for recording this at night. I did not have a time this morning to make a video, so I'm gonna just get straight to it, right? Was 10 months actually enough for AJAT for this trip, you know, experiencing? So I'm gonna just start off like, I'm never gonna lie on this channel, bruh. Like, I don't really get anything out of lying on this. So being completely honest, right, in that 10 months, not all of it was very focused study all the time, right? There was a period from like mid-January to about mid-April where I did basically no active immersion, right? I still had my phone in Japanese, but I was doing like no active immersion, like no sub watching content, right? Just like bits and pieces here and there. It was basically on maintenance, right? So like for like three and a half months or so, I basically made no gains, no progress, right? So in this 10 months, right, I started, it was literally like the 2nd of like September or something, right? Beginning of September 2023 to now, like not all those, like keeping a stack, right? Like I didn't go like 5 hours every single day without fail, right? It's just not possible. Like yo, if you're you know, embarking on this journey for real, give yourself some slack, right? It's not as easy as it seems. But I just went to the 7-Eleven and I got these from the dude who works there. I met him on one of the first days I got here. He just works there part-time. He's a college student, but yeah, I have a lot of fun chatting with him, and he bought me these as a gift because I'll be leaving soon. So was 10 months into the actual video content, right? 10 months was it actually enough? And I think actually since I've gotten here, now that you kind of get a taste of what it's like, Japan is way different than I imagined before I came, right? No matter how much anime you watch, no matter how much Sora the Troll you watch on YouTube, right? Your experience is going to be way different from any YouTube video you can ever see, right? You've got to just come here and see for yourself. There's no other alternative, right? So with that said, yes, I do want to come back, and I do want to live here. Actually, if I'm being completely honest, the first 3 or 4 days, it was so different from America that I actually wanted to go home. I did not like it, actually. And I was kind of going through a little bit of mental turmoil. Like, was it actually worth it? You know, should I have actually done this? You can really see that in my videos from like a week ago, maybe. But yeah, honestly, 10 months, like it was a good amount of time, right? To the point where I can understand everything my host family says, right? I can understand a lot of things. I can understand a lot of people's conversations on the street, especially because I learned through like anime and YouTube, so I know a lot of this like slang that they use and stuff. Like I can tell what they're saying, right? I didn't. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm not a very like textbook Japanese kind of guy, right? That's not how I learn. That's not how I think anyone should learn, really. It's not really gonna do you too many favors, right? Especially for example, like in Fukuoka where I am, right? There's a lot of yatai, right? I actually ate at one today and last night. They're like these little like stalls on the street that have they're just like food stalls, right? And if you sit down, you want to talk to the Japanese people there, very fun. I do recommend. A lot of interesting people you meet. I met a dude from Kobe, like the city near Osaka today. Very interesting conversation. But you know, people slur their words, they use slang and stuff. Like you can't you can't pick up all that from a Japanese textbook. That's just the reality of it. Actually, it's the wrong way. Never mind. But that's the reality of it. You can't pick that stuff up from a textbook. That's why I think AJAT is just because Japanese is so different from English. It's really the only way to do it, right? So Was 10 months actually enough? Honestly, no. Straight up, no, it wasn't. Was it enough to have fun? Yeah, you don't even need to know Japanese to come here and have fun. But I'm just having, because I don't practice output, right? I only do input, and then I kind of just say what kind of comes to my head, to my heart, right? I just kind of speak because of that. I'm not like at the output phase, right? I'm never gonna lie to y'all. I'm not fluent in Japanese, right? You look at my channel bio. At the time I'm recording this, it literally says goal JLPT N1 by December 2024, right? I'm not fluent, guys, right? This is my journey too. That's what this channel is for. You know, I make mistakes. I'm a human. But honestly, no, it wasn't enough time. But it's never gonna be the same as if you've kind of hit that bar of fluency to the point where like the language, you're used to it, right? It's never gonna be the same. So definitely though, 10 months of AJAT, 6 months, whatever you wanna call it, how much I was actually actively studying, it's enough to have made a lot of amazing experiences here, right? Experiences that you just couldn't get if you didn't do it, right? Because I have a lot of friends here who, honestly, being completely honest, I thought I'd be annoyed before I came with, like, because I knew there would be a lot of other foreigners here who don't speak a lick of Japanese, who would be running around and stuff, and I thought that would, like, honestly, I thought that would bother me a little bit, because it's like, you know, at least like know some stuff more, like at least know how to say more than arigato, you know, konnichiwa, know how to say more stuff, right? But honestly, it didn't bother me that much, like, and that's because they're not getting the same experience, right? They don't get the same experience as you, right? They're having a really fun time, and that's good. However, don't ever let someone tell you that you don't need to learn Japanese, right? It's a completely different world. I'm having a lot of different experiences with my other Swiss friend who speaks Japanese, right? We're having a lot of different experiences, and it's worth it, okay? It's worth it, I promise. If you're watching this and you've been learning Japanese, okay, I'm assuming you've been learning, you know, Japan is just so cool, right? It's worth it. It's so worth it. Oh my god. I'm gonna be so sad when I come back to America. But yeah, it's worth it, okay? 10 months. If you don't got 10 months and you're coming to Japan soon, don't worry about it. Just enjoy it, because being here, this is maybe one of the most important things I can say on this entire channel. If you're still watching, one of the most important things I can ever say is just coming to Japan and experiencing it for at least a week, right? At least to the point where you've gotten used to it. By the time you come home, you will be so motivated and have so much drive and like passion for this that I like, believe me, when I get back, I'm gonna be taking my AJAT way more seriously, okay? Because once you get that taste of it, right? Once you get that taste of Japan, there is no going back. There is no going back. So this is one of the longer videos I've recorded. If you watch to the end, your benefit, right? I hope my thoughts have given you a little insight, yeah, just a little insight, okay? And yeah, I mean, this place is beautiful. I know the camera quality was absolutely doo-doo, but it is what it is.